Hello everyone, this is Captain Raven and look what we're testing today. It is the beta of the newest Doom game, which is just called Doom. Because reasons. Because the original Doom for some reason doesn't seem to exist for id Software anymore. They probably forgotten that they made this very cool game back in the 90s called Doom, so they're doing another Doom. This is a multiplayer only beta, so the multiplayer mode is the only thing that we can test in this game. And where do I start? Let me get this out of the door very quickly here. I really do not like this game. I think it is not a good game. It is an awful Doom game. It is not even a Doom game in my opinion, but it is also, even if you do not care about the Doom series in that regard, it is just a bad game. So I was trying to think how to approach this video, and I want to try the following. Okay, if you are watching this video because you expect me to talk about Doom as a legacy and playing the older Doom games and all of that, no, that would be a waste of time, because if you like the old Doom games, you can just turn it off the video right here, because this game has nothing to do with Doom as you know it. So yeah, sorry about that. Just go download Brutal Doom or some of the other 1 trillion mods for Doom 1 or 2, or play even Doom 3, which is good in its own regard, but this game is not Doom. So I want to try and keep a more or less objective approach and try not to talk about what other Doom game or other Quake games did and what they did better, but just try to view this game as its own entity. I will try my very best to forget that Doom ever existed, and then I want to see how this Doom game holds up on its own as a very new and exciting idea or something like that. So, to be honest, I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but I want to try anyway. So, this is a game, Doom. We've never seen anything like this before. And, what can you do? First off, I would like to show you the options menu, because, let's go from top to bottom. Game, there's only one option here, which is damage numbers. These are small numbers that pop up when you shoot the other players, and you can see how much damage you've done. This is nice. It's nice that you can turn this on or off. It's helpful to know how much damage you've done, but if you don't like all these pop-ups on screen, you can turn it off. Good that this is there, but did it really need its own category if this is the only option in there? Spoiler, I've heard or I have read that a lot of the options in this beta are not available as of yet, so maybe in the final game there will be more options there, but for some reason id Software did nothing, or Bethesda, to be honest, I'm not quite even sure how much id Software had to do with this game. Maybe in the final game you will have more game options, but who knows, because they're not in the beta. Controller, if you want to play this game with a controller, if you ever would want to, you can do so. Mouse and keyboard, you can change the key bindings, which is a necessary and good, so nothing really too surprising here. It's got all that there has to be here. This is alright. Audio, you can choose your volume for different volume levels for music, sound effects, announcer volume and master volume. That's always nice. Voice chat is off because I don't like talking to people. And here we are, the most important part of the options menu, the video options. So here is where things start to go downhill, and this is only the beginning. So this is okay. You can choose window, full screen, or borderless mode. I've started to find that borderless mode for games is really nice to have, so I'm starting to miss it if it's not there. But nothing to see here. Very interesting. Monitor 1 or 2. I have a second monitor. I could play it on the second one. Alright, aspect ratio, resolution, everything as you would expect it. Vertical sync, let's put that off, because to be honest, I often don't see the difference, but sometimes it's holding back your frames per second. Not in this game though, because this game runs like crap, so let's turn it off. Here's the first caveat. Anti-aliasing. If you don't know what this does, it is an option that makes edges with on the screen. It's really hard to explain. If you know what it is, it's very easy to see, but if you don't know, it's hard to explain. Maybe you can see them on the video. If you look at this area here, right here on the screen, you can see that this round area is actually not really round, but made up of small steps. You can see these small rectangles or steps here. Where am I? Where's the option? Yeah, anti-aliasing is an option that makes these edges much more smooth and smoothens them out. However, anti-aliasing is an option that usually takes a lot of processing power from your graphics card. So it would have been nice to have an option to disable this, because in a fast and frantic multiplayer game, while it might look better if you have the smooth edges, you don't necessarily need it, and maybe you would rather have more frames per second in your multiplayer fast-paced shooter game. But no, you can just choose one of 3 very obscure options, and while I think that I know a little bit about video games and the technical aspect of them, I have no idea what in the hell TAA would be. I know FXAA, this is a very fast and cheap resource, not very resource intensive way of smoothing out the edges, because it smooths out basically the whole screen, so it can make the game look blurry. But whatever this is, I have no idea. I can just assume that this option is the least taxing on my GPU. So let's choose this. Gamma options, this is nice to have. You can turn the brightness of the game up or down. So let's do it, let's leave it at 1 so you can actually see something. Motion blur, you can have it on off, low, medium or high. I tried the high setting and I actually got a little bit of motion sickness, because holy crap, does the game look bad if you have a motion blur up to high. So yeah, I really don't like that option. So this is really not for performance issues, just for aesthetic issues. Motion blur in this game makes everything look very blurry and you won't be able to see anything. Chromatic aberration, we can turn that on again. I actually don't mind. Some people don't like it. It's this weird camera-like effect where you have sometimes a bit of red and sometimes a bit of blue or green on the other side of it's basically like viewing the game through a lens, through a not really good calibrated lens. So I don't need this effect, but I actually really don't mind it, so I can turn it on. Actually, I haven't noticed it in game at all. So, and field of view, this is very nice. I have to say, this is commendable that they included this option in the beta. You can turn up your field of view up to 110. I played a couple of matches on 100, and I have to say that 110 is much more comfortable to play. So yeah, if you're playing this game on PC, turn up your field of view. It is better for multiplayer because you see more of the screen and more of the arena, and it's all in all much more comfortable to play. So basically the only 3 options that would have an impact on your performance of this game are the anti-aliasing, which you cannot turn off if you want it to be off. You can turn off the motion blur and the chromatic aberration, and that's it for the beta. You can see that there's an advanced option tab over here, but that is grayed out and you cannot choose it. You might hear me clicky, nothing is happening. So whatever the hell that is, I thought this was a beta to test the game to see if it works on my computer, but for some reason I cannot choose options. So yeah, great start to this wonderful game. Yeah, let's keep the settings, and yeah, this is really bad. Just let me choose resolution options. Let me choose anything. I've read that this options menu is actually not done yet, so there's a lot of placeholder text here. To be honest, I don't care. If you're putting your game out there to be an open beta, I expect to be able to choose graphic options. I do not trust this, whoever is responsible for this, be it Bethesda's Softworks or id Software. I do not trust them to actually put a proper options menu in the time it takes until the game is released, because I'm not quite sure. I would have to Google it, but the game is coming out pretty soon, and yeah, if this is not done yet, then that does not bode well for the game. Okay, so that was me pooping all over the settings menu. Profile, to be honest, I haven't looked at this before. So, okay, this is actually quite nice. You can see some statistics, how, yeah, basically some numbers, how good you've played in the last couple of matches. Medals, not really sure what this is. To be honest, I never cared about this stuff in games anyway, so yeah, I guess this is something like, yeah, longest kill streak, best kill to death ratio, most assists. Yeah, cool that this is here, but alright. Customization. This is the thing that was in all the preview videos that came out right before the beta. You can pretty much make your own Doom Marine, Space Marine. You can choose it. So from the beginning, you only have a very limited amount of options available. So I unlocked another helmet. You have these two you start with, it's just a different color scheme. To be honest, this is nice that you can do this, that you can choose different yeah, I don't know, armor parts and stuff like that. Yeah, I just unlocked this and now this looks very asymmetrical, but whatever, I do not really care. So this is basically, yeah, I tried to, I wanted to have an open mind about this game. So yeah, I see this is nice for people who want to play multiplayer and have this carrot on a stick. So you play more multiplayer, unlock more stuff, look different. It's cool that this is here, but this does not save the game for me, not at all. So you can choose colors. This is the other thing that I really do not like in video games, and I think this is really the worst way to do it. You get this very basic color palette that you can choose from for your colors. You can choose, for example, the green, and then you can choose a less intensive green, which to my understanding is more intense, but whatever. And the more intense green, which is just neon green, which totally does not fit the tone of the game, but yeah, whatever. And you can choose the weathering. To be honest, watch the green part of his armor. Do you see any changes? I don't. I noticed that the worn weathering looks a bit more shiny, which does not really make a lot of sense to me, but alright, I guess. So what I wanted to say is you cannot choose matte or metallic colors. You have to unlock colors for your Space Marine by playing the game. I understand that you want to give your players something to unlock and to give them a reason to play your game for a long period of time. That's okay. A lot of games, almost all of them do it nowadays like this. But please, why do I have to unlock colors? If my favorite color is not in here, I have to play the game to unlock my favorite color. That is uncool, to be honest. That is just very artificial locking content behind bars. So yeah, light color, this is for the eye sockets of the helmet. As you can see, I guess black is just having them turned off, but it would be cool once again to have more than black or white from the beginning. Maybe give me red and blue, and maybe give me a whole color palette. But yeah, I guess I need things to unlock, so okay. So you can choose a pattern, which you can see, I guess, on these parts here. So yeah, to be honest, it really doesn't make a lot of difference, because you very seldomly see yourself in the game. This is a very nice option. I like this. So you can have the armor be spotless, or you can have it very muddied up. So I think this is much more fitting to the Doom theme. So I keep it at about 80% filthy, which is again just this is a sentence that you only hear in video games. I keep it at about 80% filthy. I don't like the spotless. So yeah, you can have it be a scratched up armor. So in my opinion, this is the only way a Doom Marine would look like, but okay. And you can do the same thing to weapons, but once again, you have to unlock all the interesting colors. So I actually left all the weapons at default, but let's just, for the sake of this video, give them very stupid colors. So do you see any difference here with the weathering? I see a little bit of texture coming in here if I put the weathering up, but to be honest, I don't see that much of a difference. I take it like, okay, to have a bit more different light. So yeah, if you see, yeah, whatever, it is it looks different apparently. So yeah, the pattern does destroy this wonderful pinkish color, so I want to keep this color. Also, let us oh, details, so we can dirty this up as well. So this is cool. Yeah, whatever. Accent color, what is that? Oh, that's that part of the gun. Yeah, make it red. Looks really stupid. I also want to, so these are, as far as I understand it, oh, I just realized that I can zoom in. This is cool. Okay, I give them that. So as far as I understand it, these are the only guns that are available in the beta. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guns. Most of these are not really, okay, I did not want to talk about other Doom games. So let's just say these are the weapons and what? Oh, Captain K Cloud. Okay. If that is an Easter egg, I don't really understand it, but nice anyway to see a bit of detail on the weapons. What I wanted to do was to really mess up this super shotgun. Let's give it this weird pattern. Make it red. Yeah, make it like salmon red. This is really, yes. Cool. And zone 2, which should be the barrels. Yes, it is the barrels. Let's make it green. Oh, this is really clashing with the, oh, this looks so terrible. This is wonderful. Yes. Ah, I love it. Great. Accent color. What was that? I think this is, I don't know. Let's make it blue. I don't see the blue in the details. If you want to make it more dirty. Okay, so you don't no, it has to be spotless. It can be a little bit scratched up. Let's say about 50%. Yes, this is really Doom-like. This is really great. Yes. So, that's the customization. So you can basically, oh yeah, you also have the taunts, which is really fitting to the theme of the game. So if you don't know, Doom is this really new game which has never been seen before, the likes of which have never been seen before. It's about like a hell theme, and there are demons, and it's in space, and there are dancing space marines. So this is really fitting the tone of the game. So they also enjoy a bit of heavy metal and rock music, you know, famous really hard heavy metal bands like AC/DC or Iron Maiden and stuff like that. Yes, I'm really with the kids today, but sometimes they also feel a little bit romantic. So they like to kiss the air, the demon-like air, and maybe we can be friends with the demons. It's really nice. And after a long day of fighting and becoming demons, you can say, hi, I'm going home now. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. This is really good. Hack modules. Let me say this very earnestly. I have no idea how these work or whatever the hell they are. I have no idea. You when you start the game, when I started the beta, I didn't have any of these hack modules. Now I've unlocked some of them, and they give me some kind of short time bonus, and I think I can activate them during the game, but I only ever bothered to do so twice on accident. So yeah, you have these hack modules, and they kind of give you a bit of a power up during the game, but more often than not, you activate them and then something stupid happens and you die and they're lost forever. So I never dealt with them before. And this is the heart of the game. It's not like other games which have never existed anyway, where you pick up weapons that are strewn randomly around the map. In this game, it's much more easy and much more friendly. You can choose your own loadouts. So if you don't want to make your own loadout, you can choose between one of these 3 prefabricated loadouts. You can see here our very beautiful super shotgun is looking very handsome here. But you can also do a custom loadout, and there you can choose up to 2 weapons with which you will start the game. So you don't have to run around and find these weapons, because that's so, yeah, I know, it's really hard to find these weapons if they would just be lying around in the levels. So you get them right from the beginning. If you really like a rocket launcher, why not start every match with exactly with a rocket launcher? So that's really good. That's enough talking for now, I would say. Let us find a match, because let's do the team deathmatch, because it takes a while until the game actually finds enough players to start the game. But that is, of course, because the game does not have any private servers. To be honest, the private servers thing, I'm not quite sure if they're planning on doing that. I don't think so. I think this game will run via dedicated servers hosted by the developers of this game. So that means if at some point people don't want to play, or not enough people play this game, the servers get shut down and nobody can play this game anymore. But yeah, that's unlikely to happen, right? Because this game will be a success. No, there are no private servers as far as I know, so you cannot make your own LAN parties like people did with a certain game back in the 1990s or something like that. That is not possible with this game, because it would be too complicated to set up, to be honest. And yeah, we're starting the game really good. Also, as I said, this is just a multiplayer beta, but the developers also announced that this game will not be moddable, so you cannot put new guns or new levels in this game. There will be a level editor that will be shipped with the game, but that will work like a big Lego sandbox, like easy to use, and no mods, because that is just way too complicated for people to use. Okay, that was enough shit talk from me, to be honest. Let's play the game and show you what it is really about.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we start with our beautiful shotgun and the rocket launcher, of course. So to be honest, I know that I just broke my own rule by not comparing this game to the older games, but
First blood.
that was you all knew this was going to happen. But let's talk about the game as we see it here. Okay. There was a bit of lag on my side. I have to be honest, my computer is not the best anymore. I have a quite weak graphics card. But this game runs a bit like crap, so that makes it hard to properly aim at enemies. The mouse is not really responsive, because the game is running with about 30 FPS here. Oh god, that was the entire enemy team. That was really not good.
Timer activated.
So I don't want to lay the entire blame on the game, because I know my computer is not up to snuff, but also it would be nice to turn down the graphics so I can play this game with a proper frame rate, but okay. Come on, let's get our first kill. Yes, oh god. What I do like about the rocket launcher, besides the fact that you can start with it, is that you can detonate the missiles in mid-air by pressing the right mouse button. That makes for a bit of interesting gameplay, or it could make for a bit of interesting gameplay. So maybe if you've played other older games, you would know that there's such a thing as rocket jumping. Not in this game. You will just die a horrible death. So no rocket jumping. Okay, so you might have heard enemy revenant has spawned. That means one of the enemies has found a demon room and is currently a revenant demon with 2 rocket launchers and a jetpack. Basically that thing over there, and he just killed us. Okay, let's become a bit more serious for a while. The thing is, this whole Revenant Demon Rune power-up thing supposedly
Allied revenant spawn.
should be fun and should bring a bit of fresh air into a match. To be honest, it doesn't. Because as a normal Doom Trooper, you have a double jump, and you have, if you want, you can start with a rocket launcher. Now, if you get this Demon Rune, you will see a pretty nice animation, and then you become a bit of a larger player character. You have a jetpack, so you can fly a bit higher than usual, and you have 2 rocket launchers. To be honest, while this might sound cool to some of you, it really doesn't play a lot different from what this is. So I can jump high and I can shoot rockets, and that's it. The demon just does a bit more of both of these. So there are no special mechanics to being a demon. There's no eating people. There's no hearing the pained voices of 1,000 dying people. There's nothing interesting to being a demon in this game, and that is really disappointing because the idea in itself is actually quite cool. Now, to be fair, there's only the Revenant demon available in this beta, so that seems like there should be a couple of more demons available to play and to choose from in the final game. Oh, I think that was an enemy, and holy crap. Also, I suck major donkey balls at this game, but yeah.
Vital signs activated.
So, maybe in the final game there will be, or probably there will be more demons to choose from in the multiplayer mode, and maybe the other demon modes are more interesting to play. But this thing that they have here, the Revenant, which they chose for the basically more or less open beta, it's just not interesting to play. It's alright. It's not bad, but it's really not great either. So the demon rune spawned. Okay, so we were nowhere near there, but maybe we can find our allied demon now. Now, how do I put this? You will see that this game, it looks okay. I like the level design. I like this. This looks good. This is from a technical standpoint. This is nothing interesting. Other games could do this as well, but the level design, the people who came up with this level, they had good ideas. I really like this. But the graphics themselves, from a technical point of view, really nothing to write home about, because sometimes the textures, this is alright, this works. I don't need it to be better, but it is really not awesome as well, because okay, but we also died. That's too bad. What I want to say about the textures. Yeah, I forgot what I wanted to say, but basically the thing is, the game looks okay. I like how it looks. It doesn't have to look better, but it is not one of these games where you say, look at the graphics, this is so awesome. This is workable. This is good. Nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, about the theme. Now, this game will have a single player campaign, and that is, to be honest, the only thing that I'm still interested in from this game. Also, why ever the hell my super shotgun didn't kill this guy in one shot, I will never know. So the main theme of this game is, of course, that there are demons in the space station, and you have to fight against the demons, and you have to defend, or you have to keep them from reaching Earth. So you're basically there. The whole game takes place on a Mars station, and some crazy scientists open the portal to hell. Demons come out of there, and you have to defeat them and make sure that they will never reach Earth. Cool. In a multiplayer mode, I don't need all of that story, but still. So we are somehow Marines in this base, but we are not fighting against other demons. We are fighting against other space Marines. All right. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but I can accept that. The thing is, making the... Oh, we just finished this map. The thing is, if you put this becoming a demon thing in a power-up, and sometimes you have friendly demons and sometimes you have an enemy demon that you have to shoot and run away from, that kind of destroys the whole illusion, right? That kind of destroys the whole illusion of this is a dangerous thing from hell that is out to get me, because sometimes it's really not out to get me, sometimes it shoots other people with rockets for me. So I mean, I understand that the multiplayer mode doesn't really have to do anything with the single player mode, and that it doesn't have to follow a specific canon or something like that, or the storyline, but I wonder, wouldn't there have been a better way to put the power-ups in this game? Yeah. But whatever. I want to do at least one new round, because I think there's a bit more to talk about, but not that much anymore. But I guess by now you will have noticed that I really don't enjoy this game, because yeah, maybe in the next match we can concentrate on how it actually plays. Oh, I guess I'm not quite sure if I've ever played this map, to be honest. So the levels are nice. That's I like them. But I do not like how the weapons feel. I do not like how the game plays. I think there are not enough interesting power-ups on the map. But let's talk about that. Oh, we could ready up, so maybe the game will start a bit quicker. So see, it's 15 more seconds, and not everyone has found out. Oh, you can see how the other players look like. Okay, the teams are made up. That's cool. But still, I think these player models are just too bright if the people choose them to be. This is really not fitting the theme, but okay. So, don't forget to equip hack modules before the match. You can also set them to be auto-equipped. Yeah, as you have noticed, I completely forgot that I have these things. I think you activate them by pressing Q. I'm really not sure, to be honest. I had one that allowed me to see all the power-ups on the map through walls. That was nice, but not great. Let's try different weapons. Let's try the assault gun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so here we are. You can see you have this sniper auto rifle, bit of blood. This does really not look great. I mean, come on. We had better in the year 2000. This is... Yeah, E fires off a grenade and maybe... Yeah, okay, that didn't do anything.
Vital signs activated.
Okay, let's talk about gameplay. Let's get into the nitty-gritty here. You have the double jump. Nice. You have a jump. Okay, that was not a jump pad, that was a teleport pad. I did not expect that to be there. Okay, that is really not... Let's throw the grenade and the... Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my performance being sweaty gorilla balls, and that really didn't help me be good at this game. I think that most of the weapons in this game simply don't work. It is, people had this idea that what they saw with the new Doom was not fast enough, that the gameplay was not fast enough and the people were not walking around fast enough. I would say this is a good walking speed. The game doesn't have to be any quicker than this. I do not agree with these people. I think the game is really fast enough. But I think a weapon like this, with the... I mean, I know that I'm really not good at this game, but it's really hard to hit the people. And it's much easier to hit them with the rocket launcher. So that makes the heavy assault rifle more or less useless. The weapons that you can use are the rocket launcher, the sniper rifle, I think it's the vortex rifle or something called something like that. I mean, even the shotgun is not really... Okay, he did a melee attack. I could probably get better with the shotgun and then it is alright, but it's... I mean, why bother getting better with the shotgun if I can just have a sniper rifle or the rocket launcher? So, okay, that is... Oh, wait. Huh. I'm not quite sure why I can see the enemies. Or just some enemies, but yeah. You see, everyone is using the rocket launcher, and everyone who's using the rocket launcher is better off for it. So... because the rocket launcher has splash damage. And that is the thing why I think that the loadout system really does not fit this game and doesn't work for this game. If the rocket launcher was probably lying around here or somewhere in the map and you would have to find it, and there's only one rocket launcher in a given time, and if someone picked it up it's not there for, I don't know, 30, 60 seconds, something like that, then that would add a higher skill ceiling to the game and make it more interesting. So the other weapons would have a purpose, you know, because not everyone would run around with a rocket launcher, and you would have a chance to get near them without being blasted by rockets before. Look at the enemy team, they're all running around with the rocket launcher because it's clearly the best weapon in the game. Maybe apart from the vortex rifle on long distances, but other than that, why bother using any other weapon than the rocket launcher? And that is really one of the main problems of this game. People are criticizing the new Doom for looking and playing a lot like Halo. I've never played Halo in multiplayer, but I'm pretty sure that Halo has better ideas and is definitely the better game. So, to those people I say, I wish that this game played more like Halo, because what we have here is a bunch of ideas that don't mesh together and don't work. The hack modules are just another thing that you unlock, but they don't really do anything interesting. The grenades or teleporting things, cool, but you seldom use that. The demon spawning thing really depends, because this demon is not interesting. This is not terrifying, this is just overpowered, and alright, cool, I guess. I don't know, I think the new Doom, if this is all there is to the new Doom game, then this is a disappointment, an utter disappointment, which is not making anyone happy, I guess. There are a lot of people who say, oh, I enjoy this new Doom game. Well, that's good for you. I would say that your taste in video games is pretty shit. I'm very sorry to say so, but it really is. But if you enjoy it, well, that's nice. But are you really willing to pay 60 euros or $60 for this game when you could, for the same amount of money, get another game that does everything this does and better? Why not get the newest Halo, whatever that is, Halo 5, Halo 6, I don't really know. Why not get that one for the same money and have the better game? I really don't know. I don't understand what people like from this game. I like the level design. But that's about it. But look at these textures. This is an embarrassment.
5 kills remaining.
The game is unresponsive. Just an utter disappointment. And I'm just waiting for the game to be over so I can be done with this video. To be honest, I really had to work up my motivation to make this video. Because when I first played this beta, I was so disappointed that I didn't even know what to complain about. I just like nothing this game did. And that's the new Doom for you. If you enjoy the game, then cool, I guess. You're having fun with it. That's something. Nice for you. I don't. This game is crap. Don't buy it. See you next time. Bye.